from the previous move, 左楼式奥步 you sit back up straight to 手挥琵琶 lifting a lute. Again, so you'll be seeing this 手挥琵琶 many times. So from now on, I'll simply assuming you have learned it. 斑斓捶 punch forward, turn both hands. Again, I assume that you have learned that your every turning hands would be turning by the axis from the top of the middle finger to the base of the wrist. So you, from now on, you should be turning like this. Okay. You will not be turning like this, nor this. From now on, I just assume you have learned it. And also this center point here. Turn both hands. Remaining the height and position of your hands and lean to your front right, 45 degrees. So if I see on this side, turn both hands and lean on your front right. Okay, so if I sit on 45 degrees, how do I know? Because I have square tiles and the four lines are four faces of the square is aligning like this. So my angles corners is at 45 degrees. Okay, so that's 45. This 手挥琵琶, turn both hands and lean to your front right. Okay. Now front right and remaining leaning, but now you are leaning forward to your front right and now back to your front. So you notice it looks like I have dropped my hands. Because I'm not dropping my hand, I am leaning, so my whole body with my hands drops. Okay? So originally 45 degrees turn. Again, I'm turning my hip, I'm not turning my waist or just my shoulder, my upper part of my body. I'm turning my whole body, upper body. So 45 degrees, originally leaning forward, leaning to my front right. Now I turn. Okay? And then sit up straight and lower your hands. And remaining the touch of your right middle finger and your left wrist. Okay. So this side, I sit up straight. Notice I'm not pulling my elbows back to my body, I'm sinking. Okay. I try to do my best to show you in the videos. Simply because you cannot touch and feel my body movement. Okay, this is why when we teach or when we learn Tai Chi Chuan, it is the best if you go to attend classes, because you may touch your instructor's body and feel the muscle movement. It's difficult to just demonstrate it on the videos, but I try my best. Okay, on this side, I was leaning forward and then sit up straight, relax shoulder and sink elbow. Okay. And then it is still the Ban Lan Chui movement, the punch forward movement 14. And then we do it again. you lean forward and push forward, lean to your front right and push forward. So it is the same movement as before. So this, okay, the same. You have done this, and now back again. Okay, you are leaning 45 degrees to your right, and your hand was originally, I will use the term crotch, okay, about this area of my lower body. We use the term crotch, okay, and then push. So on the side view, my hand was on the just above my crotch, and then lean forward. Okay, so the rectangle of my previous lesson, my left shoulder, right hip, left hip, it draws a rectangle, and the center line, my throat, okay, I think I hit my mic, my throat and my crotch. So it is 6 points of my body. It creates a rectangle. So in Shou Hui Pi Pa, it will be in the middle line of my upper rectangle, and my lower this will be in the center line of my lower rectangle. So when you lean forward, you're bringing your hands from this point, from the from the middle point of my rectangle, from the lower base of my rectangle, and bring it straight up to my middle point of my upper rectangle. Okay. So lean forward, and then again turn it back to the center. So remember this, you simply do it again. Okay, now this is different now. Is turning both hands. So okay, turn your hip, lower your hands, sit up straight, and then push and lean to your front right, and again, and turn both hands. So you notice now you are back, your hands are now back into Shou Hui Pi Pa position. And then you're still leaning forward. Your right hand you're now turning your right hand from a palm to a fist. And you are not bringing your fingers back, and you are moving your whole hands forward. Okay, so I'll try to walk closer to my camera and let you see this. This is important. Okay, so in the front, 45 degrees there. Bring. Okay, so what does it look like? Okay, do it again. And you are not squeezing your fist like this. So what is an ideal fist in Tai Chi Chuan? It is you're leaving a room about your fingers width. Okay, so it is hollow, and because so it's like a circle. And if you read the rigid text of any books, it just show you a fist like this, but how big? About this big or about this big. So basically you can just fit in your finger. Okay, you just fit in your finger a little. If you find it difficult to pull your finger out, then this is too small, okay? And if you're not, you have a lot of room, then it's too big, okay? Just right. So that's your fist. I do it again. So your fingers, basically after you do that, you're rolling, okay? So if you're not roll, your middle finger still remaining at the wrist position. But of course you will bring fingers back. Okay, so like this. See, this is why when you learn Tai Chi Chuan, you really go to need to attend classes, because okay, and your thumb, you're not doing this, you're not doing this, you're about. So your thumb is like on the two knuckles of your fingers, okay, gently locking them. Okay, so that's my fist, and fist used in Tai Chi Chuan. Okay, so we're okay, I assume. So if you have questions, then please comment, but I prefer you like my Facebook fan page and leave comments there, because I check my Facebook page more often than my YouTube channel, because I know how to use Facebook better. Okay. So again, turn, so hui pi pa position, and bring your fist. Okay, now relax shoulder and sink elbow and sit up straight. So you are like this, and relax and sink shoulder and elbows, and bring your fist to your bottom right corner of your rectangle, so it's just above your right hip. So I'm not pulling it, others are simply sinking it. Okay, so you're kind of relaxing your shoulder. Okay, so you're relaxing it, so you're not pulling it back and trying to make a punch, even though you're punching. But in Tai Chi Chuan we don't use what we call dead force. Okay, we want to use the Jing, which means a more flexible power, which I probably will make some video and talk about the Jing, the force that we use in Tai Chi Chuan. Okay, and punch forward and lean forward. So Ban An Cui, punch forward. So okay, now you punch. Okay, I do my right hand first. My hand was originally on my right hip. So when I punch forward and lean forward, I punch to my center of my upper rectangle. So my rectangle, so it will be eventually in front of my throat. Okay, because you want to punch someone's throat. Okay, Tai Chi Chuan is a martial art, a combat technique. So you actually punch to someone's throat. Okay, you're not punching the shoulder, punch to the throat. So and also lean forward and punch to the center line. And your left hand. Okay, so your left hand was so hui pi pa hand, so hui pi pa hand. So okay, I'll be calling that my so hui pi pa hand, my left hand. Okay, and what did my left hand do is, and now I'm bringing my left hand, because I'm leaning forward, and also bringing my left hand to my right shoulder, a bit lower than my right shoulder. So this is to protect my chest as in combat situation. Okay, you are punching and you are punching your opponent's throat and you are guarding your chest, so you are punching and without being punched. Okay, so your right fist is now in the center upper triangle, upper rectangle, sorry, and your left hand is now guarding and about just on the side of your right elbow. Okay, so it's about here. Okay, I'll try to show you like this. Okay, and you are still leaning forward. So to sit up. Leaning forward and see my fingers. It's just above my elbow, so it's an indicator that my palm area of my left hand is just covering my right elbow area. Okay, see that? So I think it's good to give a good indicator of where your left hand should be. So you're guarding it. You don't have to like touching your elbows. You know, just leave a little gap. It is close to it, but you don't have to touch it. Okay, so there are a lot of movements in punch forward. So let's do that again. From the Sau Hui Pi Pa, turn, lean to the front right, back to the center. Sink your elbow and bring your hands down and sit up straight, and then do it again. Turn your front right, lean to your front right, turn. Now turning your hands so it's look like Sau Hui Pi Pa. Fisting your right hand. I'll use this term anyway. Fisting, meaning you're turning from right hand in a palm form to a fist form. And then sit up straight and lowering your fist to your right hip, and then punch forward and lean forward. Okay, your right fist is now in front of your throat with your left hand moving a little to your right elbow and guarding your chest and leaning forward. 如风势壁, close and shut. So bring your hands under the elbow. So you understand why your left hand now was supposed to be in the elbow area. You're going underneath. Okay, underneath. Okay, do the close up again. Okay, and your hands is again about this flat. Remember the slang fine pose. 斜会是 flatten your hands. Okay. You're still leaning forward. Okay, and open your right hand again, and then bring it back and sit up straight. So here's the tricky bit. That is, open it and you are sitting back. And notice on the screen my left hand stay in position. So I'm not moving my left hand. I'm actually moving my right hand with my body. So leaning forward, turn, open my palms and sit up straight. Okay, you see that? I'm moving my body and my right hand, my left hand actually stays about in the same position. The only movement it does is because it was originally on my right side, I now open it, bring it back to my throat, in front of my throat. Again, this is a defending position. So turn, opens, and break. So if I do it on this side, okay, hands over, open, still. Okay, open. Okay. And then sink my elbow and open. Okay, so you're now open. So you are closing and shutting it. So you're guarding your body. During my explanation of the lessons, I will explain them in that sometimes I may include some applications, so because how they are meant to be. Of course, they are not. I haven't made any videos about that yet, so in the future you may see them. So just for the moment, you I just show you a little about it. Elbow. So your wrist now is about this on your left and upper left and upper right corner of your rectangle. Now, 包虎归山, carry tiger to the mountain. Turn both hands so your palm was facing to your face and now facing to your front. Okay. So it is a bit like 白鹤亮翅, but 白鹤亮翅 is so your hands are a little higher, guarding your face, and now you are back on the shoulder height. Lean forward and push. Okay, lean forward and push. So when you lean forward, your hand is not doing this, you push. So it is point up, pushing forward. They have different in Tai Chi Chuan, you know, sometimes you bring your hands with the body in the leaning, and sometimes you don't, you push forward. They have different applications, so I will mention that in details when we do the form. So for the time being, so turn both hands and push, okay, and then push down. So lean forward and push down. So I'm not bringing it down by sitting up straight. I'm still leaning forward and simply drop my elbows. Okay. And turn both hands. Now a little different is that now your fingers should be pointing to front and still leaning forward. And then you turn your hands to your 45 degrees and get ready to open. Okay, so if I sit at my 45 degrees angle, see, and this angle, leaning forward, 45 degrees. leaning forward, and then opens, and leaning to your front right. And this time you are not turning your body, so you're not turning as the other pose. The other pose, your hip is still facing front, I would say, and you're opening your body, but opening your arms, and you are leaning to your front right with the body facing front. So if you understand it, if you don't, please let me know. And you're opening up your hands at 45 degrees, so you're bringing now from to your shoulder line, horizontal line, to shoulder height, and this. So if I do it on the side view, okay, instead of turning like this, notice the difference. If I lean sideways like the 斜飞式, you'll be seeing me doing this. Okay? If I lean to my front right as 南缺位, you see my body turned. Okay? And in this 八虎归山, you leaning to your front right without turning your body. Okay? So about the same height. So on this side. Okay. So I try to do it at 45 degrees. Okay. So if in this view, okay, if I have turned 45 degrees, you will probably see my body facing front, because I have sitting on the 45 degrees angle. If I turn my hip, my body would be facing the camera. But so this is how my body looks like if I turn facing at 45 degrees, opens up and lean. So notice my body is not turning. Okay. So this is 八步回山。